Good morning, folks. Ron Bishop here from Timaru, New Zealand. Hey, what do you think of this? Pretty good, isn't it? You know what it is? It's a ruler. 200 long it is. 5 of these to the metre. Very handy little ruler for measuring things like paper or things like that. I've done a video here. This is moving through a forest in a logging truck, and you can measure it, you see? Just put it on there and measure it, what size it is. Handy for anything like that, if you're a printer or something like that. Very, very good little ruler. So, if you buy one of these moving through a forest in a logging truck videos of me, harvesting timber in the Waimate forest, you get one of these for free, right? I'm giving these away for free for everybody that buys one of these. Now, I'm also, every Sunday I do a Sunday sermon, and I've done one called Family Love. This is a video for Family Love. It's not quite finished yet. I'm going down the printers. It's going to tidy the front up a bit. It's going to be a bit more fancy on the front, and it's got on the back what I'm talking about here. And it's a good if you got a girlfriend or something, or a boyfriend, you want to send them a love story. That's a really good love story. The other one I've got here is the Trevor Griffiths Rose Garden. I've just got the cover to get done yet. It's at the printers this morning, but it's called Trevor Griffiths Rose Garden in Timaru, New Zealand. And it's a very good video. Wyn Raymond, former mayor of Timaru, went down with me the other day, and we videoed this Trevor Griffiths Rose Garden. So they're the videos that are coming out. Oh yes, and I'm true to form because I'm in trouble again. I'm in trouble with this bloke, in trouble with the family of the Raymond family. Wyn Raymond and his family, they don't like me. Because I upset Wyn the other day. I shouldn't have done it, but I got blasted off. We went down to the Rose Garden, the fancy Rose Garden in Timaru that won the award, the international award for the best, one of the best rose gardens in the world. And I went down there with Wyn Raymond and videoed the place, you see. And when in a lot of the plaques you couldn't read them, because what happened is Nan Raymond, she sold off these. She was the president of the Beautifying Society, and what they did, they sold off garden plots, and you could buy a rose garden, you see, and you get your name put on in brass, little brass plaque, you see, with your name on it. And when we videoed the garden, you couldn't read some of the names on these plaques. Over the years, they've never been, no one's ever cleaned them, you see, and they're just hard to read. And Wyn wasn't very happy with that. But anyway, I growled at him and said, because I said to him, why don't you give me a hand to promote Timaru? We've got this old hydro grand there falling to pieces. Why don't you give me a hand? He said, I can't give you a hand. He said, my wife's in hospital and she's sick and she's dying, and oh God, and I don't have time. And I got a bit angry and I sent him an email and growled at him, you see. So now he's not speaking to me. He rang me up and said, I'm not having anything more to do with you. But anyway, what I did is I went down there with some brasso yesterday, did it myself. I thought, oh, well, I won't give him a hand. He won't give me a hand to polish his plaque. I'll do it myself. So I went down there, and these are the names I polished. These are the plaques. Country District Alpine Garden Group, Paul Smith Earth Moving, Timaru Horticultural Society, Cochrane Insurance Brokers, Raymond Sullivan McGlashan, that's Wyn Raymond's business. He was a lawyer, is he? Piazza Arbor Walkway, that was sponsored by the Raymond Sullivan McGlashan outfit. Alison and Cola Woodbury, Goodyear McLean, BW and GI Wilson, and a brass door handle on the Hydro Grand White Elephant. They got a pub down here in Timaru called the Hydro Grand, and it's owned by a bloke that sells toothpicks. And anyway, it's falling down. It's not painted, and I painted once. Got on YouTube and God knows what. Anyway, so I was polishing all these plaques, and I went into the Hydro Grand and polished some of the door handles, a couple of the door handles. I call it the Hydro Grand White Elephant. And a bald-headed man pulled up in a big white yuppie truck, you see. And he thanked me for lending a hand to tidy up his pub. I think he must have been the owner or something. Yeah, I'm a bit of a stirrer, aren't I? Did you know I was a motivational coach? I teach people self-motivational skills. And that's how I motivate them. I wind them up. I find out what they're doing wrong, and I tell them about it, and then they get all wound up, you see, and motivated. And when Raymond's not going to talk to me, I'm not talking to you anymore, Ron. You hurt my feelings. Harden up, Win Raymond. Not the bloody mayor now. Now listen, what else do we want to talk about? I don't know. Look, I'm flat out. I'm getting emails coming in. People are writing to me. They're wanting to buy these DVDs off me, and I haven't got them all finished yet. I got to go down to the printers today. I'm flat out trying to get all this stuff out for Christmas, you see. And then one bloke emailed me and said, "Why don't you make your videos smaller and more people will be able to read them?" And I emailed him back and I said, "Send us some money, will you? I'm only doing it on a bloody phone. I'm doing it on a Galaxy 3 telephone." That's another thing. When Raymond growled about complained about the sound, because we were videoing the garden, and a lot of wind, you see. It was blowing a gale, and of course you could hardly hear him speak, because Win was doing the commentary, and he couldn't hear him speaking because of the wind. And he says, "Well, it wasn't a very good sound." Well, of course it wasn't a very good sound. I'm doing it on a bloody telephone, a mobile telephone. It's only a Galaxy 3. I should have a Galaxy 4, but I got no money to do it, to buy one. And Win Raymond wouldn't give me any money. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I had a lady ring me up from Fiji, or she said she was a Fijian, and she was in Wanaka, and she wanted to know the phone number of the information centre, because I've got a company called Timaru Tourist Promotions, you see, and she came onto my website and she found my phone number. She rang me and said, "What's the number of what's the number of the information centre in Timaru?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "I don't have anything to do with them because I'm private. I'm an independent private business, and they wouldn't give me any money to find out what their phone number is. But I said, if you ring the Timaru District Council, they might be able to tell you." And yeah, because I was a bit annoyed, because I went to the council once and said, "I want some money," and they said, "Oh no, you have to get the money off Iraqi Development Trust." So I went there and saw this Wendy Smith, and she wouldn't give me any money. They're keeping it all for themselves. But anyway, the annoying part is, in the annual report, I got the 2012 annual report, and she's earning between $180,000 and $190,000 a year, and they wouldn't give me 2 cents. They wouldn't give me $1, and I'm doing all the bloody work promoting Timaru, you see, but they won't give me any money. So I took all the phone numbers, because I have a business directory. I took all the phone numbers off the Timaru District Council and the Information Centre, and people are trying to get hold of them, but they can't, because I've taken the phone numbers off my website, you see, because I've got a website called Timaru Directory, and Traveller's Guide is another website. So they're shooting themselves in the foot, this Timaru outfit. When I was down there yesterday polishing the plaques on the garden, You know how many people were down on the bay, Caroline Bay? It was about 20 to 5 at night. Nice evening. There were 4 people. 4 people and a dog. That's all there were, right? And they spent millions of dollars on Caroline Bay getting it all fancy. When Raymond was the mayor, he started it all. Spent all this money doing up Caroline Bay. It's absolutely fantastic. But no bugger knows it's there. Nobody knows it's there. Because the tourists are not coming to Timaru anymore. And I'm trying to get them to come to Timaru by doing these videos. And they keep kicking me in the guts all the time. But I get up. I'm not worried. I'm too old to worry about things like that now. Listen, I gotta go. Mum will be up in a minute. Yeah. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.